Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lesson you are going to cover the responsive layout. So this is the responsive layout. You can enable it for the artboards and also for the objects and groups. I'm going to create a button. Just for example, I'm going to round the corners and change the color to black and disable the border. Now if you check the objects or the text that we create, they have responsive resize. Make sure it's enabled when you want to use it. We will write by now, anything that you create inside your artboard, they have responsive resize enabled automatically. So let's put it here and change the color for the text to white. In practice, we use responsive resize only for the artboards and also for the groups. So we are going to use it for the group now. I'm going to group this together and make sure that the responsive resize is open for the group as well. Now if you scale or change the group size, as you can see, everything is staying in their position. The text is remaining in the middle. So it means that everything is working fine because you have responsive resize open for the text and the background as well. I just double click on the group to be able to select the text. Now we will go to the manual resize or response resize. I'm going to stick it to the left side. It means that the text will stick to the left side no matter what we do with the size of the group. It's not going to change its position, or it's not going to move to the left side. Now if I double click again, this time you are going to stick it to the right side. And make sure that you're resizing the group itself, not the background. I was doing it with the background, that's why it was not working. And now it's working. It's stick to the right side. This time, let's use the top and bottom. I'm going to click on this one. So now it's fixed on the top. It's not going to change or move. And we are going to use the other one. Let's click on the text and do it for the bottom. Now the bottom is fixed. Okay, I'm going to disable all of this again. And now when you are playing with the size of the group, it's responsive. It's going to move from all of the sides. Okay, now I'm going to move this in the middle again. I'll just fix the bottom. And we are going to use the responsive resize for the artboard itself. Now if I click on the name of the artboard, I will be able to select the artboard, and now we can change the size of it. It doesn't do anything because the responsive resize is not enabled. Go to the right side and see over here, enable it. Now if we resize it, let's select the artboard. And like this, it's moving with the size of the artboard. Now if I click on the button and make a manual resize, if I stick it to the right, for example, now if I resize the artboard, it's not going to change its position from the right side. Instead, it will stick to its position. And we can go ahead and click on the group and use other sides. We can stick it to the left side if you want. As you can see, and it shows, you see the pink line, it tells you that it's fixed in that position or in that side. For example, now it's fixed in the bottom. You will see a pink line. It shows that it's fixed. And you can do it for all other sides. I'm going to remove this one and I will copy and paste one of these. Just Ctrl C, Ctrl V on this artboard. As you can see, this one is a group and responsive resize is enabled. Now if you resize this one, everything will stick to its position. If you double click on this text and go to the manual resize, you will see that it's stuck to the left and bottom, and the same for the other text. So the automatic thing in Adobe XD, it works very good. Like it knows which position each object should fix or should stay. But sometimes it doesn't work the way that you want. You can always come to the manual resize and change the settings and the area that you want each item to stick. Now when we resize this, everything is working very good except the photo. We can double click on it and move the photo the way that we want. And now we can resize it. We still need to fix the photo. I will double click on it again and move it like this. Now you can adjust the size of this profile for any screen that you want. And everything works perfect. So yeah, just like this. Let me fix the size a bit, put it in the middle, and we are going to show you something else. If I go to the artboard, click on it, when you're resizing it, because responsive resize is open, it will move with the size or the resizing of the artboard. There is something else I want to show you. Click in this group and go to the manual responsive resize. If we disable the fix width and fix height, now if we change the size of the artboard, click on it. When you're changing the size of it, it will change the size of the group or the profile that you put inside this artboard as well, because we disabled the fix width and height. You can also fix one of the size. For example, we want to fix only height. So I'm going to disable the fix width, just like this. And if we change the size of the artboard, the width, it's going to change the size of the group. But if we change the height, it's not going to change it because it's fixed. So this is how fixed width and height works. Sometimes the auto responsive resize doesn't work the way that you want, so you need to fix it. For example, this menu bar, I'm just going to copy and paste it in this artboard, and I'm going to change the size of this artboard, make it a bit bigger. And now if we change this one, it has the responsive resize enabled. If you want to change the size to the size of the artboard, as you can see, the menu items are going inside each other and it's not working fine. So in this case, the responsive resize is not working the way that we want. So we are going to do it manually. What I'm going to do is to select each of these menu items. Let me move this one first. I will just move it close to the other items. I'll make sure that the space between them is the same. And now for all of the text that you have on the menu, I'm going to select them one by one, and I will disable fix width and height, and also make sure that they are fixed to the right and bottom. Okay, let's do it for the last one as well. We will do it for the first one as well. We forgot to do it for it. Now if you select the group and resize it, you will see it resize the menu item as well, but the space between them is the same. We need to shrink that as well. So to do that, I'm just going to Ctrl Z or Command Z and select all of the items of the menu, and then make sure they are not fixed to the right side. Now if we change the size of the group, it will change the space between them and also the size. Just like this, you can easily resize the menus and anything that you want from one artboard or from one size to another size without any hassle or without doing everything again. Okay, I'm going to remove this one and I'll show you something else about the responsive resize. It is called stacking. If you select this menu, you will see it has this stack and padding below it. I will disable the padding for it for now. So when you want to swap between the menu item, for example, you want to swap post a job with the about us, you will do this normally. You will just move them like this manually. But stacking makes this one very easy. If you just click on the group, the menu group, make sure you select it and enable the stacking. Adobe XD will automatically know that you want to stack them horizontally. So now you can just move them or swap them between each other like this. Make sure that you press on the shift when you swap them to make a perfect swap. So we can just easily move this one with anything else that we want. Okay, let's move to another example. We want to stack these together, but first we need to group them. I'll just select all of them, press on the shift and select all of them, right click and group them. And now if you go to the responsive resize and enable the stacking, it will automatically tell you that you want to stack them horizontally. And now you can swap between them easily. So as I told you, press on the shift to make a perfect swap. So just like this, you can move items around without any hassle. Let's test the stacking with this main banner. First, you need to group them together. They are not grouped. Select everything, right click and group. And now enable the stacking. Select the group and enable. Now you can easily move between the text and the photo. So we easily move the photo to the left side. just like this. It's very easy. By the way, you can have a group inside a group, and then you can use a stack for that group that you have inside another group. Let me ungroup these, and I'm going to copy them. Control C, Control V, move them over here. And I will stack them, or I'll put them under each other like this. So we'll use the vertical stacking. Let me group them together. And when you enable the stacking, it will automatically know that you want to stack them vertically. And you can easily change between the vertical and horizontal like this. And then you can click on each of them, press on the shift and move them, swap them with each other. Okay guys, this will be the end of this lesson. Hope you enjoyed and learned something new. Now it's your time to go ahead and practice on this file. You can find it in the resource folder. Please don't forget, the Windows user always unzip the folder and then open the project. Don't open the project inside the zip folder itself.